Good morning, friends. It's Julie, and today is a Friday, and I am heading off to go to an estate sale. I know estate sale season has already started, but I'm really trying to pace myself because I did my taxes for last year, and I spent too much money. Anyways, but I did make a profit. This one, though, has photos, and the people carrying transition people said this is your sale, and the photos showed some photographs and possibly some postcards, so I'm intrigued. Now, the estate sale started an hour and 12 minutes ago, and it takes me about 45 minutes to get in, plus I want to stop at the post office, so I'm going to make it there over 2 hours after the start, which is what I like to do, because with chronic illnesses and stuff, at the beginning it's just like parking is hard. There's so many people, especially it's a West End sale, so it's always more busy. And then and then there's lots of walking, lots of waiting in line, and this way I'll be able to take one of the parking spots of the early birds and go in when it's less crowded, because I've been in one where it's so crowded that you could barely see the stuff at the table, and that was just not fun for me. So anyways, I am okay with that. I know that it's possible the stuff that I'm looking for will be gone by that time, but like I've said before, sometimes people can't see everything in the rush of the beginning. Like I found that first edition copies of Julia Child's Joy of Cooking, and that was really good find. So anyways, everybody in the early missed it, so there's probably going to be stuff like that again today. So let's get going and see what we can find. Somebody's cherished things.
I don't know if those were ivory or what.
Ivory or bakelite, who knows? So there must have been something on the top.
Yeah.
One time. I'll think about that. I wonder what happened to the family that they don't want their pictures. You know?
I know the family. I'm
You do?
shocked, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess nobody wants them.
That's
Sure, they've had a chance to take them.
well, these are mostly modern albums.
Yeah, no husband.
Well, here's some eclipse photos.
Oh.
That's kind of cool. I wonder when the last time. Oh, that was when my friend from Maryland came out a long time ago.
Yeah, you know, I took some of mine apart like this, and they stick to them.
Yeah,
Get 'em out.
these aren't the best albums for preserving. All right. So I think I did pretty good. Show you a little bit as I'm adding it to my car. Oops. I don't know how much to charge me for this, but I got a sewing basket. So I haven't really looked through it yet. Oh, and this journal. Some ephemera. Red Owl. I remember going to that grocery store when I was a kid. I got, just a second here. So I got a bunch of photos. Here's one of the packs. And then some albums and an atlas book. This bag is basically full of ephemera and tons of packs of photos. Tons and tons. And then I did buy some Tupperware for myself. And finally, I bought this little cigar box, and it has some stamps, stuff, collection stuff in it. They did have stamp books in it, but they were $10, and I don't know enough about stamps, so just thought I'll just take the risk on this one. Alright, just a brief note about having chronic illnesses and going to this estate sales. I mentioned earlier in the beginning that I don't like to go in the beginning because, I would actually love to go in the beginning if I was able to, but it's just too much walking and stress and too many people, and sometimes I just have to go at my own pace. So what I did today is I read the description ahead of time of the sale, and it said that you have to park on a certain road and then walk in. So it looked like there would be a walking. That's why I brought my cart, which I had in the back, and I wheeled that in, and I'm really glad I did, because it was probably about a third mile, maybe, probably getting close to a half mile walk in. As I was coming out, there was these two mature ladies, I'll just say of a mature age, and they were just stopped. They had just like a block or something before the sale, and they were just standing there. One lady, it looked like she had sweat on, and she's perspiring heavily, and they were just stopped there. And I just said, "They're almost there," and yeah, it's hard. And once they get there, then it's going up and down stairs, gathering stuff, and it's a lot of physically taxing for some people who don't have that in them. I'm fortunate that I have been on a new drug from my rheumatologist, and it seems to be helping me to have a little more energy. I'm not like I was, though. I'm still not like I was before all of these things, but it's better. And so I was able to do all the walking up downstairs without too much. I only did it once. Luckily they didn't have an upstairs, at least I didn't see one. But having that cart, to be able to roll it in and roll it out, and knowing that I could just grab what I needed to and not have to think, what can I actually just fit in my bag and carry out, it was really good, because then I was able to not stress about that. And I would not have wanted to do 2 trips. They did say it's possible to do a drive up, but it's I didn't want to be a special case. So yeah, so it worked out fine. So just when you have chronic illnesses or mobility or whatever it is, you just have to plan ahead. You have to be, some lady called me smart, and I'm thinking I have to be, because in order to survive, because if I had I've pushed myself too much several times. You've seen it, and then the next day or two I'm just out for the count. So in order to be able to function semi normally, then I need to take care of myself and do those extra things. So I love to know if you have some tips too that you do, that you could share that too. So drop those down below, and there you go. I saw another lady looking at the pictures, and I got to talking to her. I had met her before. If you remember last summer, I had mentioned a lady who I met who is teaching, and she does, has photos and different things for her students. That was a lady, and she's actually at the Yellowstone Art Museum. So we got to talking, and we said, if I have pictures that you'd like, I'll give them to you, and vice versa. So that was really cool. And she invited me to her studio. So even though she was taking the album, she was there before me, she took some of the albums that I was interested in. It's all good. I don't need any of this stuff. It's there, and not many estate sales have that, but it was really nice to make that contact. The postcards I saw were mostly chrome and modern, and there was a lot of them in folders, and they weren't what I wanted, so, which is fine. I've got plenty at home. It's now noon, so I'm gonna grab myself something to eat and then head on home, maybe go to the grocery store. But this may require some unboxing times coming up, so let me know below what you want to see unboxing. I mean, do you want to look at the scrapbooks? Do you want to look through the pictures? Let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Have a joyful day. Goodbye.